What's up guys, MatticusTattooi here today, and today I'm here to do a first watch for the Blu-Ray brothers. Yeah, I'm having sort of a little movie night, and I thought I would watch a film as part of their 20s week. I'm a bit of a, I'd say I'm inexperienced when it comes to films from before the 50s. I've seen bits and pieces, I've seen a few westerns, and I've seen I've seen some Laurel and Hardy stuff which I really enjoy, but other than that, I'm basically very unknowledgeable about film from the 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, which is a big shame because I'm a big fan of that time period. And yeah, so I thought this week I would watch a film from the 20s for part of their series, and I'm going to be watching Metropolis. This is the awesome Blu-ray release from Eureka, a massive cinema. Yeah, always wanted to see it. It looks absolutely amazing. So yes, I'm going to be watching this for the first time. I don't know, my expectations are kind of high because of things that I've read about it, but they're not so hyped that I won't enjoy the film if it's below my expectations. I think I've got a pretty good standard for the film before I go into it. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'll also give you a quick look around this at the end of the video as well, after I give you my thoughts, so you can have a look inside this awesome Blu-ray package. So yeah, guys, I'm going to now put the movie on. Okay then guys, so I'm now about to watch Metropolis. As I say, I'm very much looking forward to this. My first silent film also, which I forgot to mention. I don't know, my expectations are really mixed because I don't want to go into it having massive expectations and then not enjoying it, and I don't want to go in with low expectations and just feeling that way all the way through. So, I'm trying to keep a balanced head, on kilter head. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy this. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm going to watch Metropolis. Wow. Got finished watching Metropolis, and I've got to say, I went into this knowing that it was supposed to be a masterpiece, and that's exactly what I got. And in 1927, Metropolis is a masterpiece. As I'm sure you all know, I'm sure I'm very late to the party. Absolutely stunning. This film stands out to me as one of the greatest films ever made that I've seen personally. I know it gets that recognition as well, which it truly deserves. Truly revolutionary. There's many different themes to this film. I'm sure there's a lot of hidden messages beyond the film as well. Maybe some that I didn't see, but maybe with repeat viewings and learning a bit more about the film, I'll sort of understand a bit more. But this film just goes to show that you don't need to be force-fed everything in a film to understand what's going on. I think Fritz Lang has really had that talent of storytelling. With obviously, they just couldn't have the speech in the film, so it was all character based. There was a few captions within the film, but they were just needed to sort of not pull the film along, but to keep it flowing, and I thought that worked really, really well. Just absolutely phenomenal. And that's the thing that I really liked about this, because a lot of films tend to force feed you these days. Like, they need to tell you what's going on so you can keep up with the story. I think a lot of filmmakers, not every filmmaker, I still think there's a lot of really amazing filmmakers that don't need to tell you that, but there's a lot of filmmakers these days that sort of have to tell you what's happening within the story, to keep you pulled within the story, and this film didn't have to do that whatsoever. I kept up with it all the way. The actors' performances in the film were absolutely stunning. The emotion that was portrayed through the actions of the characters, from the body language to the facial expressions, was absolutely perfection. That's one thing that I really picked up on with this film. Absolutely stunning. Also, the music within this film was epic, absolutely stunning. I'm not sure who composed the score, but it was absolutely amazing. Really epic music, really, what's the word, almost tantalising, I guess. It really pulled me in, and the way the music was happening was the way the characters' emotions were being portrayed, which I thought was really well done. The thriller aspects of this film as well, I thought were amazing. Yeah, the lady in the film, she was being chased by the inventor, and that scene I thought was really well done. The tension in that film, actually, I was quite scared for it, to be quite honest, and I really loved that. I'd never felt that before, really, where you didn't need screams or anything like that. You could just tell the fear on her face, that she was being chased by this person she didn't know, and this crazed almost scientist, I guess, and that was absolute perfection. Um, yeah, also the set design out of that world at that time, that was just absolutely amazing. That set design was perfection. The whole city landscape and the fact that the cars were pretty much halfway up the skyscrapers was absolutely brilliant. I thought the whole landscape of the city, the mechanics of the underground world, where the poor people live in, and that's another thing I want to bring up as well. The last film that I reviewed for the Blu-ray Brothers was Snowpiercer, which was a film about social classes, and again this has very similar elements to that. Obviously the story is about this whole city is run by a man, basically. I don't know names, I'm never good with names, so you'll just have to bear with me. But this whole city is run by a man, and he has a son. So basically the son in the film basically falls in love with a working class girl that lives underneath the city. They happen to meet through a short little meeting during the film, and he basically falls in love with her straight away. So he basically ends up going underground to find her, and he trades places with a working class man. And it sort of becomes apparent that he's not really the same as his father. He doesn't want the same things, and he ends up becoming a mediator between the poor and the rich, which I thought was a really good aspect as well. I really enjoyed that part of the film. Him being in the middle almost between his father and the poor working class people. I thought that worked really well. Just absolutely amazing. The fact that I loved about this film as well, because it was probably the first time this kind of story had ever been seen before. I mean, we see a lot these days, these stories being rerun over and over again. But the fact that this was, at the time, just so revolutionary on screen. I mean, just imagine sitting in 1927. You've never seen a robot before, which I'll get onto in a moment. We've never seen a robot before. We've never seen this sort of landscape before. And just sitting down and watching that in 1927, just imagine the pure awe on people's faces of seeing this whole new world on the screen in front of them. That must have been so amazing. And that's one thing you can never get back, really, I guess. That to me is just absolutely mind-blowing. Just to be sitting there and seeing this whole new world evolve in front of your eyes. I mean, we're very blessed these days. We can go to the cinema anytime and see a whole new world in front of us, but it's something that we're used to. And the fact that I love about this film is that people sat down in 1927 and just witnessed for the first time a whole new world right in front of their eyes. Obviously there could be other films before this. I know he's directed many other films, like I think it's Die Nibelungen, I think the name is. I'm not sure if that film was before this, but I believe that has got fantasy elements as well, so I'm not sure whether this was the first time they would have seen something like this, but definitely of this proportion, I think so. But yeah, absolutely stunning. For me, the whole cityscape, the music, the actors, and the portrayal of the characters, the story, which at the time obviously was revolutionary, all of those things just made this film absolutely perfect for me. It's definitely going to be one that I'm going to be revisiting in the future. Another thing that I forgot to come back to was the robot in the film. I love the fact that it's not your typical sort of robot. So the robot in the film, basically the inventor, basically uses the girl that the son had fallen in love with to basically copy her image onto the robot. And the thing that I loved about this, I think it was the same actress, I'm pretty 99% sure that the actress was the same, but I love the fact that the robot wasn't what we would consider to be a robot. That the robot wasn't all, that sort of thing. The robot was very free moving. There was no sort of mechanical side to it, which I thought was really good. That's another thing that I loved about the robot in the film, because back in 1927 you wouldn't really know how a robot would move, you know, the mechanical sort of side to it. So that's another side that I really liked about it. You know, the fact that the robot isn't what nowadays we will consider a robot to move like, I guess. So I thought that was really well done. But yeah, everything about this film, you know, the actors, the cityscapes, the music, the robot, you know, everything about this film, the set design, absolutely perfect. And to say it was silent, and to say that I'd never seen a silent film before, I definitely regard this as one of the best films that I've ever seen. Like I say, I'm definitely going to be going back to it in years' time, probably before that even, and I definitely want to revisit this again. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Fritz Lang's other work now. I think probably M will be the next film that I won't go to see, so. And also definitely Dino Belungen, I think I've got that right, and obviously Dr. Mabuse as well. So now then guys, I'm going to be giving you a quick unboxing of Metropolis, the Blu-ray set from Eureka Massive Cinema. So we'll go down to the table now and we'll have a better look at this Blu-ray release. Okay then, so here we have the Blu-ray release. This is obviously a slipcover to begin with. So if I turn it around the right way, as you can see there on the spine, you have Metropolis, a film by Fritz Lang, and you have Eureka at the top there. You have the Masters of Cinema series, and this is spine number 16, and it is rated PG, parental guidance. So on the front of this, which is what I absolutely love about this slipcover, is that it's just absolutely plain. There's no rating logos on the front. It's just pure artwork. I know this was the same with the steelbook as well, which I personally missed out on. I know a lot of people did. But yes, this is the artwork on the front, which I think is absolutely stunning. Love the 3D effect of Metropolis writing on there, and the cityscape just works very well. If we flip it around, we have the same again on the other side. So if you look at the back now, again it is to the side. I love that poster artwork there. I think that's very reminiscent of the film. And if you want to read this text, we'll leave that there a second and you can pause it. So yes, as you can see there, it is region B locked, and it is certificate PG. Another thing that I forgot to mention about this film as well, that I really wasn't expecting the nudity that I saw. It wasn't exactly, you know, full on nudity. Basically it was sort of breasts under, very see-through garments, I suppose. But yeah, I really wasn't expecting that. You know, that quite shocked me actually. But you know, it was cool to see. So yes, let's have a look inside. So here we have the artwork again on the inside, and I love the fact that we kept this the sideways round, so I think that's pretty cool. On the back we have the same features, the same layout as the slipcover. So now if we look inside, we have the booklet and the inside artwork. I'll get the disc out of the player in a moment and show you the disc, but for now let's have a look at the book. So as you can see, we have some stunning artwork on the front of the book. If we flip round to the back, again we have some very stunning artwork. It's nice that I'm looking at this Blu-ray release now and I'm starting to realise more about, you know, what all this artwork is all about, and I really like that. I really appreciate it a lot more now. So as you can see down there at the bottom, it says the Masters of Cinema series. Metropolis Blu-ray booklet and steelbook booklet. So if we look inside now, I won't go through absolutely everything, but I'll try and give you a good shot of the book. That's one of my favourite scenes from the film, when the planes are flying over. I thought that was very cool. So we have the contents. We have the Unified Theory by Jonathan Rosenbaum, What I Have Left to Say by Fritz Lang, Metropolis by Louis Brunel, Metropolis Mystery by Karen Neudorf, Metropolis Reconstruction and Restoration by Martin Kuhlberg, Notes on Viewing, Film Restoration Credits, DVD and Blu-ray credits. And then we have at the side there some contents and some other credits. So yeah, we just have some pictures from the film. It's Fritz Lang. And obviously articles. That is some amazing poster art. that's another. I keep coming back to things I really love about the film, and another thing that I really liked about the robot in the film was the eye movements. I thought they were absolutely amazing, and you can sort of see it there in that picture. Yeah, that's another thing I really like. That's the thing about this film. I keep remembering things after I've seen it, and things that I really liked about it. Obviously, it was 2.5 hours long, so I couldn't remember everything in what I said earlier. So, but yeah, that's a really nice poster. Really like that. There you can see the robot from the film. Just absolutely stunning design. More beautiful concept art. Some more behind the scenes shots. I believe this is where they actually found the archive footage, not the archive footage, sorry, the lost footage, because the film was actually cut by, let's try and remember here, the film was cut by Paramount not long after its release, I believe, and it's taken, I think, until early 2000s, I think. It might be late 2000s, I'm not too sure, but it was taken till then to find the footage, and they actually found it in Argentina, which I thought was brilliant. Buenos Aires, I believe, and they actually found it in this canister room right here, and the footage was very badly damaged, but it's taken a long time, and they've restored it very, very well from what I saw on the Blu-ray. Just, you know, the way they've reconstructed it, how Fritz Lang originally wanted the film, was absolutely brilliant. So I really respect them for doing that, and it really paid off on the Blu-ray. You know, to see that footage the way Fritz Lang intended it is just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's the archive room there, I believe, where they found the footage. So yeah, that's a very, very cool story, I guess. I believe that might be one of the canisters that they found. There's obviously the negatives. But yeah, absolutely awesome. That's a very cool picture. Yeah, I love that they used the correct aspect ratio as well, because that's just way too stretched down. I don't think that really works, and I love the fact that they put the incorrect version and the correct version. So obviously you can change your own aspect ratio at home, so if you do that, it's going to stretch the image and distort it, but that's the correct way that it should be viewed. So, and yeah, we have some more credits, and that is it. So if we look at the inside artwork now, we have a beautiful, again, view of the city. We have the chapters on the inside there. So yes, I'm now going to get the disc out and show you the disc artwork. So here we have the disc artwork. Again, very, very nice. It really matches the inside artwork, and it's very, you know, really encapsulates the film, I think. So yeah, let's have a closer look. So you guys, that's a Metropolis Blu-ray from Eureka Masters of Cinema. Absolutely amazing edition. I'm so happy to have it. I picked it up for a very good price as well, of £10 in HMV. So if you do live in the UK, make sure you go and pick this one up, guys. So yeah, that's a look at the Blu-ray. So then, guys, in all honesty, I'm still in awe. That probably wasn't a very good review that I did, but it was just my thoughts, I guess. I'm not the greatest reviewer in the world, and I'm probably the least well trained, I guess, or the least knowledgeable to review a Fritz Lang film, but that was my raw emotion towards the film. I hope you could tell my excitement. I know it is quite late in the evening, so I'm probably not the most enthusiastic in the world, but you know, I really loved it. I thought it was an amazing film, and it definitely is a masterpiece to me now. I'll definitely be revisiting in the future, and I've got to watch that documentary now as well, so I'm going to be watching that now, probably right now actually. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but I really need to see that now. So but yeah, I hope my enthusiasm came across. It probably didn't, but yeah, I'm not the best at talking about films, but I'm better at watching them. But yeah, I hope that came across, and I really do recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and it's been a pleasure to be back on the Blu-Ray Brothers channel for the second time, to be invited back. So yeah, guys, thank you all very much for watching.